Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So yesterday one devotee asked a question that we don't get, after coming to bhakti, we don't get motivation to become very passionate in materialistic activities. So what to do in that case? And we see that all the colleagues and everybody is so much interested in making a good career, working very hard, and here we don't have that motivation to do the activity very passionately like outsiders, and and they also feel that we feel sometime left over. Okay, Arey, you are not working hard, especially who are working in the career wise, and they want to do more and more, they want to take up more jobs, more works, and do very nicely. Now why what happens to devotees? So this is a very important problem. uh, Spiritually we know it's a long journey, and materially it is not working. So I could not answer immediately. I was thinking about it, so I thought we can discuss on that, but first we will discuss on this important aspect. So yesterday we were discussing about what is the life is meant for responsibility, and it should be centered around dharma. That was Vedic principle, and now we are putting in place of dharma Krishna and trying to do it. But if you go for enjoyment, then it won't work. So we have discussed, if you remember, our growth will be consciousness and body both will grow till a certain age, say teenagers and little more after teenagers, but after that it stops growing. We have to do sadhana to grow it. So that was our last yesterday's discussion, and today we will complete this very important discussion on idam shariram mama durvibhavyam sattvam hi me hridayam yatra dharmaha sito krito पृष्ठो कृतो मे यद अधर्म आराध अतो हि माम ऋषभम प्राभुर आर्यः. So now here Rishabdev is giving very nice instruction. I thought we'll just go with this and we'll come back to our first question which I was discussing. My transcendental body, Sachidananda Vigraha, looks exactly like human form, but it is not a material human body. That means it's a different dimension. So it looks like human body, but Lord want to tell it's completely of a different dimension. We should understand this very clearly. So, not material human body. How we understand? It's a different dimension. So that is how we understand. Like even the body of like spiritual masters and all, they also different in the sense they are beyond three modes. So this is what we have to understand it. So it is not affected by three modes. Even if you see like Prabhupada is becoming old and all, still it is transcendental body. We want to take the whatever he is wearing and all the dress, the other paraphernalia of Prabhupada, they all become transcendental because they are connected to Prabhupada. So it is not affected by three modes. That's what we have to understand. It is inconceivable. I am not, so this is inconceivable. We cannot understand, right? And not forced by nature to accept a particular type of body. So I take on a body my own sweet will. My heart is also spiritual. So this is, and I always think of welfare of my devotees. Therefore, within my heart can be found the process of devotional service which is meant for the devotees. So Lord, he enjoys on his own, but this devotion is in the heart of the Lord. Lord gives it to devotees. And then when they act in a particular way, he enjoys it. So devotion is given by the Lord into the heart of the. As such, Lord can be happy on his own, but what he does, Lord gives devotion, uh, puts devotion in the hearts of devotee, in the heart of living entity. And when the living entity he acts, starts reciprocating and serving and feeling for the Lord, that Lord enjoys. So in that way he is enjoying his own, the bhakti, the love. So love is actually only with Lord. So he is giving it, and when it is produced by the other person, he enjoys it. It is like that. So we should know that we cannot have love. Love is, we only have a ability to hold love, but it is given by the Lord, so that Lord enjoys. So now if Lord is giving in love in some particular living entity's heart, now he will act with great, the devotion in this heart will help him to serve the Lord in a particular way and reciprocate in a particular way, as a servant, as a lover, as a mother, as a friend. And that reciprocation Lord is enjoying. Oh, nice. You are, you are giving me this type of pleasure. But where did we get that love? It is from the Lord only. So it is from the Lord's heart. So here within the heart can find, my heart can be found the process of devotion. So it is in the heart of the Lord, which is meant for devotees. Far from my heart I have abandoned religion and non-devotional activities. They do not appeal to me. So Lord gives and he enjoys. So all the living entities in the spiritual world are given love for the from the Lord only. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told to Sachimata that no, he was giving love of Godhead to everyone. He said, I will not give to Sachimata because she offended Advaita Acharya. What does it mean? Lord should give that love to the living entity so that he can serve the Lord in return. Like that. When he will give, that is his mercy. That's what we want, mercy. Mercy, unless Lord desires, we cannot love him only. We will try, but nothing will happen in the heart. It remains dry. So by doing our sadhana, we may attract his mercy and he may feel, okay, he's too much asking. Let me give it. We should be relentlessly asking the Lord, my dear Lord, please give me some love for you. Please give me some love for you. Let me get attracted. I don't have any love for you. Hey Radhe, Vrajade. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is feeling, I don't have any love for Krishna. And that is the stage when we will come to a point, oh, actually I don't have love for Krishna. So when we realize it, then we start really feeling sad and we want to start loving him. So that's why we have to stay with devotees who have love as some attraction. Slowly we may also get it. So idam shariram mama durvibhavyam are significant. Generally we experience two energies, material, spiritual. We have some experience of material energy, earth, water, fire, air, ether, because in the material world everybody's body is composed of these elements. So within the material body is the spirit soul, but we cannot see with material eyes. Right? When we see a body full of spiritual energy, it is very difficult for us to understand how the spiritual energy can have a body. So it is said that Rishabhdeva's body is completely spiritual. Therefore, for a materialistic person, it is difficult to understand. Now, prasadam is material or spiritual? It is spiritual only. But it looks normal, right? Any other food item. But it has a spiritual potency. So similarly, Rishabhdev, it's spiritual. For a materialistic person, the completely spiritual body is inconceivable. We have to accept the vision of Vedas. So we also cannot understand how it is spiritual. Now he offered, after 10 minutes you are telling it prasadam. Within 10 minutes how material became spiritual. But because Vedas are telling, that's all. We have to accept it accept the version of the Vedas when our experiential perception cannot understand the subject. So as said in Brahma Samhita, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha. That's all. The Supreme Lord has a body from with form, but that body is not composed of material elements. By the inconceivable energy of Supreme Lord, the Lord can appear before us in his original spiritual body. So he can appear, otherwise we cannot see him. He is there in our heart as Paramatma. We are not able to see him. The Mayadi philosophers are completely unable to conceive of spiritual body. They said the spirit is always impersonal. Whenever they see something personal, they take it for granted. So avajananti mamudha. So they cannot understand that. So Prabhupada is focusing on this one aspect. He wanted to make us clearly understand what it means that we cannot understand spiritual form. So this is idam shariram mama durvibhavyam. So two times Prabhupada is concluding this. So we can easily understand the material body, but we cannot understand spiritual bodies. They are of a different dimension. Spiritual world, everyone has a spiritual body. There is no conception of material existence there. In the spiritual world, there is only service and receiving service. There is only seva, sevya and sevaka. The person served, the process of service, and the servant. These three items are completely spiritual. And therefore the spiritual world is called absolute. There is no tinge of material contamination. Being completely transcendental to material conception, Rishabdev states that his heart is composed of dharma. Dharma is explained in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. So, at the present moment, due to our material conception, everything is durvibhavyam, inconceivable. Being the supreme, the Lord is called Rishabha, the best. So the word Rishabha means the chief or the supreme and indicates the supreme being or God himself. So this is the Tasmad bhavanto hridayena jata sarve mahim yamsam amum sanabhyam aklishta buddhya bharatam bhajadvayam Shushrushanam tad bharamam prajanam. My dear boys, you are all born of my heart, which is the seat of all spiritual qualities. Therefore, you should not be like materialistic and envious men. You should accept your elder brother Bharata, who is exalted in devotional service. If you engage yourself in Bharata's service, your service to him will include my service and you will rule the citizens automatically. So very important point here that we serve the Lord through his devotees only. And Lord is clearly telling. Bharata is exalted in devotional service. If you engage yourself in Bharata's service, your service to him will include my service. So Prabhupada is going to take two aspects in it. He is telling my heart is you are all born from my heart, seat of all qualities. So you should not be like materialistic anyway. So Prabhupada is going to highlight this point first. He says, in this verse the word Hridaya indicates the heart, which is also called Uraha, the chest. The heart is situated within the chest, and although instrumentally the son is born with the aid of the genitals, he is actually born from within the heart. This is a very important point to understand. Why he is born, actually is born from the heart. According to the heart situation, the semen takes the form of the body. Therefore, according to Vedic system, when one begets a child, his heart should be purified through ritualistic ceremony called Garbhadana. Very nice connection, because the consciousness is actually what is forming. Rishabdev's heart was always uncontaminated and spiritual. Consequently, all the sons born from the heart of Rishabdev were spiritually inclined. So this happens in most of the cases. If heart is uncontaminated, the sons born are also spiritually inclined. So it happens maybe 90% cases. There will be some exception, but if somebody is working hard and doing purifying his heart, definitely he will going to get, except if Krishna really want to teach something else to that soul, otherwise he is going to get something very spiritual only. That is the rule actually in general. Exceptions. Nonetheless, Rishabdev suggested that his elder son was superior, and he advised the others to serve him. All the brothers of Bharat Maharaj were advised by Rishabdev to adhere to Bharata's service. Now, so this is the first thing. Now, second, the question may be asked, why one should be attached to family members? For in the beginning it was advised, and one should not be attached to home and family. However, it is also advised, my Isham Pada Rajobhishekam, Mahiyasham Pada Rajobhishekam. One has to serve Mahiya, one who is very spiritually advanced. Mahat Sevan Dwara Mahur Vimukte. By serving the Mahat, the exalted devotees, one path for liberation is open. The family of Rishabdev should not be compared to an ordinary materialistic family. Bharata Maharaj, Rishabdev's elder son, was spiritually very exalted. For this reason, the other sons were advised to serve him. So this is the second thing. We have to serve. The Supreme Lord was advising Bharata Maharaj to be the chief ruler of the planet. This is the real plan of Supreme Lord. In the battle of Kurukshetra, Krishna wanted Yudhishthira Maharaj to rule. He never wanted Duryodhana to take the post. Rishabdev's heart is Hridayam Yatra Dharmaha. So the characteristics of Dharma is also explained in Bhagavad Gita. Paritranaya Sadhuna. So Lord is to protect Dharma. The Lord always wants the ruler of the earth to be a devotee. That is the advantage you have a ruler who is at least spiritually inclined, which will help the citizens also. At the present moment, as soon as demons rule the earth, everything becomes chaotic. At present moment, world is inclined towards democratic processes, but the people in general are contaminated mode of passion and ignorance. Consequently, they select a right person to the head. The president is selected by votes of ignorant Shudras. Therefore, another Shudra is elected, and immediately the entire government becomes polluted. So this is actually by the Shudras for the Shudras. So Prabhupada mocks because you don't know what is right. People, how they elect now, any elections in India, they go to the villages and wherever they have in the slum areas, they feed them alcohol, they feed them non-vegetarian, make them drink alcohol, and give them money and say you have to vote to a particular person, and people do it. And whoever is able to spend money for this type of activities, they get elected. And now when they are elected like that, what is expected from them? So if people strictly follow principles of Bhagavad Gita, they would elect a person who is Lord's devotee, and automatically there will be good governance. Rishabdev therefore recommended Bharat Maharaj as the emperor of planets. Serving a devotee means, so very important point here, serving a devotee means serving the Supreme Lord, for devotee always represents. So this is what Lord wants from all of us. We'll see what else he wants. So this is it is not fanatics, it is actually reality. This is only going to work for everyone, and not only now, in the because the quality of the people who are at least there should be graduates should vote. Not everyone, but somehow this democracy came, and it is destroying everything in the society. People are not knowing only what to do. They are not able to solve because the person is not qualified. How can he solve the problems? He cannot solve his own problems in life. So this is the state of affairs. Bhuteshu viru dabhya uttama ye सरीस्पास्तेषु सबोधनिष्ठा ततो मुनयास् प्रमतास्ततोऽपि गन्धर्वसिद्धा विबुधांगुणा ये देवासुरेभ्यो मघवाः प्रधान दक्षाधयो ब्रह्मसुतस्तु तेषां भवः परः अत विरिञ्चि वीर्यः समत्परोऽहं द्विजदेव देवः. He says that of the two energies manifest, spirit and dull matter brings processing living force, vegetables, grass, trees, plants, are superior to dull matter, stone, earth, etc. Superior to non-moving plants and vegetables are worms and snake, which can move. Superior to worms and snakes are animals that have developed intelligence. Superior to animals are humans. Superior to human beings are ghosts. Interesting, because they have no material bodies. Superior to ghost of Gandharvas. Superior to them are Siddhas. Superior to Siddhas are Kinnaras. Superior to them are Asuras. Superior to Asuras are demigods. And demigods, of the demigods, Indra, the king of heaven, is superior. Superior to Indra are sons of Brahma, like Daksha. Superior to Brahma's son is, among the Brahma's son is Shiva. Since Shiva is the son of Brahma, Brahma is considered superior, but Brahma is also subordinate to me, the Supreme Lord, because I am inclined to the Brahmanas and Brahmanas are the best. So, such a nice way of telling. So, Lord is putting Brahmanas above all of them. Of course, Brahma's sons are also Brahmanas, Daksha and others are also Brahmanas. And even Brahma himself is like the best of the Brahmanas. So this is a very sweet way of explaining. So in this verse, Brahmanas are given position superior to Supreme Lord. The idea is that the government should be conducted under the guidance of Brahmanas. Although Rishabdev recommended his elder brother Bharata as emperor of earth, he still had to follow the instructions of Brahmanas in order to govern the world perfectly. So this is why there was no envy in the Vedic culture, because everybody knows their position, everybody knows their duties, everybody is responsible for it, because Kshatriyas are enjoying all the facilities, they have all the money and everything, but when Brahmanas come, they bow down to them, because value is given not to the material opulence, value is given to knowledge in Vedic times. Whoever is more knowledgeable, he gets the best respect. Now presently it's topsy-turvy. Nobody values if you have so much knowledge. People are interested in who has so much money. So this does not refer to so-called caste Brahmanas, but to qualified Brahmanas who has. A Brahmana should have the 8 qualities mentioned. Samadamas Satya Titiksha. Brahmana should always be worshipped. Unfortunately, in the age of Kali, the executive is not selected by very intelligent people, nor he guided by qualified Brahmanas. Consequently, chaos results. Actually, now they are guided by the IAS officers, all these bureaucrats. Bureaucrats are actually having Brahmanical intelligence, but they are having the consciousness of a Shudra. So this is the problem. So they have intelligence of Brahmana, consciousness of a Shudra. But consciousness. So what they are doing? They are serving Vaishyas and present bureaucrats. That means all IAS, IPS officers. So they have very good intelligence. That's why they are in that post. And because of which, what is happening? They are engaging in serving Vaishyas and Kshatriyas. for there are not much Kshatriyas, there are Vaishyas only. Even the present kings and all, the states of head of the states of all the countries, they are mostly Vaishyas only. They are not Kshatriya. Kshatriya means he cannot just tolerate any mischief. He will just go and punish them. But presently, everybody, all the countries, the head of the states, they are interested in economic development. But Vaishyas are interested in establishing Dharma. You are understanding difference? Present, the any head of the states, they are into economic development because they are elected by Shudras. So that's what I am telling. All these Vaishyas, Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, everybody is having Shudra mentality only. That's why Kali Yuga is Kalo Shudra Sambhava. Why economic development? For sense gratification. So this is the main purpose of all the everybody. So Brahmanas are serving Vaishyas and Kshatriyas so that they can also do sense gratification. Vaishyas want economic development so that they can, the so-called leaders. So they are also having this Vaishya mentality. They want economic development so that the people under them who elected them, they can enjoy nicely, they can get sense gratification. Proper Kshatriyas, they are not interested in giving sense gratification to the subjects. They are interested in establishing Dharma. That is a Kshatriya. So presently there are no Kshatriyas. Even the Vaishyas, there are Vaishyas, but the consciousness is our Shudra. That is the problem. There will be Kshatriyas also. There are Brahmanas also. Brahmanical intelligence is there. Kshatriya spirit is there. Vaishyas business mindedness is there. But all of them have consciousness of a Shudra. Kalo Shudra. They are thinking purpose of life is sense gratification, means he is a Shudra. That is the criteria we can keep. Who is a Shudra means he is lamenting, he lacks knowledge, and then he is, if you want to define a Shudra, so Shudra mentality is, first is lacks knowledge, spiritual knowledge, and second is he is lamenting. If anybody is lamenting, we should know, because I have this lamentation because of ignorance, na? And Kali Yuga, everybody is lamenting. And then they are interested in sense gratification. So this is how the whole system is presently. They are not knowing the purpose of life. The purpose of life is sense gratification. The government should give, should make sure that there is proper opportunities for job for everyone, so that they can get good money. Inflation should not raise, so that they can get more products to enjoy, and there should be nice facilities to enjoy. Road should be there, and all the infrastructure should be nice so that they can enjoy nicely, and government should provide all facilities for enjoyment. I am not telling it is wrong, but that is not the purpose. The facilities are not just to give sense gratification. More, they should be interested in establishing Dharma. And then facilities are also given. If you are following Dharma, then Artha will come, and Kama is also there. But people, they are not interested in Dharma. They directly want, the formula is Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. But people are directly interested. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. So this should happen like this. But people are, they are removing Dharma. They are only interested in Artha and Kama, and Moksha is out of question. So present the Sudra society, that is, you increase your financially so that you can enjoy, and then further increase, and whoever supports it, they should be the top. The mass of people should be educated in Krishna conscious, so that according to the democratic process, they elect a first class devotee like Bharat Maharaj to the head of government. If the head of the state is guilty guided by qualified brahmanas, everything is completely perfect. In this verse, the evolutionary process is indirectly mentioned. The modern theory that life evolves from matter is to some extent supported in this verse because it is stated Bhuteshu Virudabhyaha, that is, the living entity evolved from vegetables, grass, plants, and trees which are superior to dull matter. In other words, matter also has the potency to manifest living entity in the form of vegetables. In this sense, life comes out of matter, but matter also comes out of life. Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabho mattas sarvam pravartate. So there are two energies, material and spiritual. Both originally come from Krishna. So although it may be said that in the material world, a living force is generated from matter, it must be admitted that original matter is generated from supreme living being. Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam. So Prabhupada is every time taking this opportunity. The conclusion is that everything, both material, spiritual, is generated from Supreme Being. From the evolutionary process of point of view, perfection is reached when the living entity attains the platform of Brahman, the platform of Brahmana. A Brahmana is worshipped, is a worshipper of Supreme Lord. So Brahmana is called Dvija and the Lord is called Dvija Deva Deva, is the Lord of the Brahmanas. The evolutionary process is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita, wherein it is said there are two types of living entities, moving and non-moving. Among moving, there are birds, beasts, aquatics, human beings, and so on. Of these, the human beings are superior to be the best, but they are few. Of this small number of human beings, there are many low-class human beings like Mlechas, Pulindas, Bahudas, and Shabaras. The human beings elevated enough to accept the Vedic principle is superior. Among those who accept Vedic principle, generally known as Varnashrama, presently known as Hindu system, few actually follow these principles. Of those who actually follow these principles, most perform futile activity or pious activity for evolution to a higher position. Manushyanam Sahasreshu. Out of many attached to fruitive activity, one may be a jnani, that is one philosophically inclined. And jnani yatatma api siddhanta kaschin mam with. So here of jnani, best is a devotee. So this is what is explained. So now very nicely he says that na brahmanyasya stulaye bhutam anyat. He says that our respectful brahmanas, as far as I am concerned, no one is equal or superior to the brahmanas in this world. I do not find anyone comparable to them. When people know my motive, after performing rituals according to Vedic principles, they offer food to me with faith and love through the mouth of Brahmanas. Very important. We have to feed Brahmanas regularly, especially for Grahasthas. They should feed Brahmanas. This is like best way to serve the Lord. At least weekly, if you cannot do monthly, we should invite devotees. Of course, devotees are superior to Brahma. We should cook and feed. This is the regular thing that should be done. That is the best way to make very fast progress. Fast progress in the sense we can be free from the attachments of our family, and we can be free from this envious mentality. When food is thus offered unto me, I eat it with full satisfaction. Indeed, I derive more pleasure from food offered in that way than from the food offered in the sacrifice. That means direct offering is there, you offer, but you invite Vaishnavas to home and offer food. That is the best way. And we should regularly plan for it. That should be the part of our regular sadhana. So, serving prasadam should be sadhana. So especially for grihasthas, because they cook for themselves every day. So it is like selfishness only. So now they have to cook and serve. Like there are some devotees in Vrindavan, I know them. They are very old. They are staying there for many years. They are very old. So they every day cook nice bhoga for the Lord. They cook sweet and other things also. They cannot eat sweet, but they still cook for sweet every day for their deities. And then they distribute. Every day they distribute. And they call sadhus, and they call any maharajas or brahmacharis and other devotees to their home and regularly feed. One Mataji, she left 2 years back. She was very nice lady, very nice devotee. And all the maharajas, whoever came to temple, they all come to her house to take prasadam. Any devotee come to the temple, she used to invite them. So she served brahmacharis and they became sannyasis also now. So she was so very good in serving, because that is actually what should be done. Then our heart starts changing, because we know the purpose of life is to serve. And especially serving means we have to please that person, so we start cooking according to his needs, their requirement. And slowly we, because every time it's not me in the center, it's the other person in the center. That is actually spiritual world. I and mine is the center. Now when we are calling somebody for prasadam, I cannot cook what I want, I have to cook according to them. That means I am sacrificing my own pleasures. Now when I am cooking for them, I have to eat what I made for them, right? So then we are sacrificing. So this is the best sacrifice. So according to the Vedic system, after the sacrificial ceremony, the Brahmanas are invited to eat the remnants of the food offered. So every day we are doing sacrifice. What is the sacrifice? Sankirtanagya. We are chanting every day. But where is the feeding of Brahmanas? At least monthly once we should try. Then make it weekly. When the Brahmanas eat the food, it is to be considered directly eaten by the Supreme Lord. Thus, no one can be compared to qualified Brahmanas. The perfection of evolution is to be situated in Brahmanical platform. Any civilization not based on Brahmanical culture or guided by Brahmana is certainly condemned civilization. Present human civilization is based on sense gratification. Consequently, more and more people are becoming addicted to different types of things. No one respects Brahmanical culture. Demonic civilization is attached to Ugra karma, horrible activities. Actually, now also, some part of Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, and some Rajasthan, UP, there are some villages and all. They have great respect for Brahmanas. Of course, even though they are caste Brahmanas, people wash their feet and take the water and drink also of Brahmanas. They are so-called caste Brahmanas only. But still, people still had that culture. I am not talking that it is right. I am telling how much the culture was there respecting of Brahmanas. Demonic civilization attracted to Ugra karma, horrible activities the big industries have created to satisfy unfathomable lusty desires. You see, this is what is Kali Yuga. They are just interested in satisfying the senses, created for this lusty desires only. Consequently, the people are greatly harassed by government taxation. The people are irreligious and do not perform the sacrifice recommended in Bhagavad Gita. Yajnat bhavanti parjanyaha. By performance of sacrifice, clouds form and rain falls. Due to sufficient rain, there is sufficient production of food. Guided by Brahmanas, society should follow the principles of Bhagavad Gita. Then people will become happy. Annat bhavanti bhutani. When animals and men are sufficiently fed with grains, they become strong, their heart becomes tranquil, and their brains peaceful. They can then advance in spiritual life, ultimate destination. So the formula is simple, but application is difficult. Dritha tanur usati me purani येनेह सत्वं परमं पवित्रं समोधमः सत्य अनुग्रहश्च तपस्तितिक्षानुभवश्च यत्र. The Vedas are my eternal transcendental sound incarnation. So it is the sound incarnation of the Lord. So Vedas are my eternal transcendental sound incarnation. Therefore, the Vedas are Shabda Brahma. In this world, the Brahmanas thoroughly study all the Vedas, and because they assimilate the Vedic conclusions, they are also to be considered the Vedas personified. The Brahmanas are situated in the superior transcendental mode of nature, Sattva. Because of this, they are fixed in mind control, Sama, sense control, Dama, truthfulness, Satya. They describe the Vedas in their original sense, and out of mercy, Anugraha, they preach the purpose of Vedas to all conditioned souls. They practice penance, tapasya, and tolerance, titiksha, and they realize the position of living entity and the Supreme Lord, Anubhava. These are the 8 qualifications of Brahmanas. Therefore, among all living entities, no one is superior to Brahmanas. So, the true description of a Brahmana. Brahmana is one who has assimilated the Vedic conclusion by practicing mind and sense control. So, this is the first qualification of Brahmana. Brahmana is one who has mind and sense control. He speaks the true version of all Vedas. Vedescha sarvair ahameva vidyu. So there is a question that as practicing sadhaka, not everyone every time is surrounded by brahmanas or devotees to serve. Then in case what to do? Whenever you get opportunity, you start serving. Then Krishna will give more opportunities. Say you are going to Dham, and then you can order Mahaprasad from Krishna Balram and invite the devotees whom you know to your place of accommodation and feed them. So wherever you are getting opportunity, you fully plan for it. You desire and plan. Krishna is always ready to help. Only he want us to ask him. Krishna is waiting when we'll ask and when he want to give. Krishna is always eager to give, but we are not asking. But he will not eager to give material things. But if we ask spiritual things, he is very ready to give. He knows material things will make him go away from him, make us go away from him. That's why I don't give material things. I can ask, I want a big car, I want to have a beautiful house and all. Krishna will not give. But you ask spiritual things, you say, Krishna, give me opportunity to serve Vaishnavas. Krishna says, yes, immediately. You will get. Only thing is, we should I told, there should be relentless. We should be in that way. Then Krishna says, yeah, this fellow is interested. So one who has actually assimilated the essence of the Vedas can preach the truth. He is compassionate to conditioned souls who are suffering the threefold miseries of this conditioned world due to their not being Krishna conscious. A Brahmana should take pity on the people and preach Krishna conscious in order to elevate them. Sri Krishna himself, the personality of God, personally descended into this universe from the spiritual kingdom to teach conditioned souls about the values of spiritual life. He tries to induce them to surrender unto him. Similarly, the Brahmanas do the same. After assimilating the Vedic instructions, they assist the Supreme Lord in his endeavor to deliver the conditioned souls. That's why Lord is very pleased to them, because they are understanding his purpose and they are acting accordingly. And we should also understand, so this is the most important thing, why Lord is very pleased with Brahmanas. After assimilating the Vedic instructions, they assist the Supreme Lord in his endeavor to deliver the conditioned souls. The Brahmanas are very dear to the Lord due to their high Sattuguna qualities, and they are also engaged in the welfare activities for all the conditioned souls in the world. That is the main reason why Lord is very pleased with the Brahmanas. And then he says, Matto api anyatat paratah परस्मात् स्वर्गापवर्गाधिपतेर्न किंचित् येषां किं यु स्याद् इतरेण तेषाम् अकिंचनानां मयि भक्तिभाजम्. I am fully opulent, almighty, and superior to Lord Brahma and Indra, the king of heavenly planets. I am also the bestower of all happiness obtained in the heavenly kingdom and by their liberation. Nonetheless, the Brahmanas do not seek material comfort from me. They are very, very pure and do not want to process anything. They simply engage in my devotional service. What is the need of their asking for material benefit for anyone else? So the perfect Brahmanical qualification is stated here. Ankinchanana Maibhakti Bhajam. The Brahmanas are always engaged in devotional service of the Lord. Consequently, they have no material wants, nor do they possess material things. So, Nishkinchanasya Bhagavad Bhajanonmukasya. So, this is what is a Brahmana and a devotee. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advises Sandarshanam Vishayanam Atha Yoshitam Chaha Hanta Hanta Vishabhakshana Asadu. Material opulence and sense gratification through the association of women are more dangerous than poison. Brahmanas who are pure Vaishnavas always engage in the service of Lord's service and are devoid of any desire for material gain. The Brahmanas do not worship demigods like Brahma, Indra, and Shiva for any material comfort. They do not ask the Supreme Lord for material profit. Therefore, it is concluded that the Brahmanas are the supreme living entities. Kapildev says, Tasmanmai arpita sesha kirtyartmana nirantaraha mai arpitatmanaha pumso mai sanyasta karmanaha na pashyami param bhutam akrita sama darshanat. The Brahmanas are always dedicated to the Lord's service with their bodies, words and mind. There is no better person than a Brahmana who thus engage himself and dictates himself to the Supreme Lord. Dedicates himself to Supreme Lord. Okay, any questions, comments? We'll end here. Okay, thank you all very much. Kadantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.